country, until just about 15 years ago, there were no mobile phones. So nobody knew they could get a job in the mobile industry. Now today, all young people want to get jobs in the mobile industry. It's ICT, isn't it? So it means that even in the future, there might be jobs that you will have that we haven't thought of. So we need to begin to think about them so we can prepare you in terms of learning for those jobs of the future. It might be that in the future it will be so easy for everybody to fly to the moon or to fly to Mars. We must start learning those things so that we can prepare you for those jobs in the future. So it's important we begin to work now, and as government, that's exactly what we're trying to do. It is true we have not done everything, but we've done also quite a lot to know that we're on the right path, and we'll continue on that path.
Okay, we were offered an opportunity by Green contributors to write an article based on our research that will be featured along with 4 other articles written by youth in a special youth section on the UN website. In connection with this, what is the prospect of Zambia achieving the MDG goals of addressing globally infectious diseases, eradicating poverty, reducing infant mortality, and making access to a primary education by 2015?
In terms of the education for all by 2015, we're on track. We are expecting to construct at least 16,000 extra classrooms by 2015, which will absorb the over 500,000 students that need to be absorbed by then. We're already close to constructing 10,000 of these 16,000 classrooms, so we're very much on track. I know in Ministry of Health as well, in the last 2 years we've constructed over 325 health centers. We are constructing currently close to 25 district hospitals. So we're also on track, because the idea is that we must reduce the distance of a child or parents going to school to a hospital by, it must be within the range of 5 kilometers, not more. So we want to make sure that children who are walking more than 5 kilometers to schools, it is reduced. So we're taking schools to communities. We're taking health centers to communities. But that's not enough. That's why you hear us also investing in agriculture. The bumper harvest is not by mistake. It is by design, so that people have access to food, people have access to health, people have access to education, then people have access to water and sanitation and housing. That's what gives somebody a decent life. I think that not just as government, but as all Zambians, agenda. And I expect that Zambia is one of the countries that is on track to meet the Millennium Development Goals, to make sure we reduce poverty. But talking about poverty is one thing. We should be talking about creating wealth and jobs. We should be positive. I think for a lot of young people, sometimes it becomes an excuse to say, I'm not doing well at school, it's poverty. I'm not looking for a job, it's poverty. No, I think we should be positive now. We should move from using the word poverty and saying it's about wealth creation and job creation. And each one of us must be thinking, how am I going to create a job? How am I going to create wealth for myself, my family, and other people? In terms of health, I believe that we've done a big campaign against AIDS, TB, and other sexually transmitted diseases. And I think that in this country, we're one of the countries that are doing well. We've reduced, the infant mortality rates, that is death of newborn babies, mothers who have just given birth. And it's because we're investing in hospitals and clinics and putting medicines in those hospitals. We're also doing a lot of sensitization. In education, we are truly fighting the battle of abuse, particularly of girls in schools, of early pregnancies, of boys getting married quickly, of young students going to farm or to catch caterpillars instead of going to school. We are also carrying out a campaign to say, look, education is cool, you have to be in school, being on the street is not cool. So I think everybody is involved, and most of all the parents, we're engaging the parents to be interested in the education of their children. I believe that what I can really say at the end of this interview is that Zambia is on track in achieving the Millennium Development Goals.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for letting us conduct this interview with you. It has been a pleasure meeting you, and on behalf of the International School of Lusaka, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We hope that we'll come back to visit your school soon, and do share this information with your friends. We're very, very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.